Hello fellow Minecraft enthusiasts, today we're going to be building a simple house. I chose to do this on a flat world, but you playing in survival mode will probably not have a flat world, but this tutorial will help you build just a simple house. The first step is to gather all your materials. It is easier to do this in creative mode, if not you'll have to gather the materials yourself. I'm going to do a simple house made of wood and brick, with blue wool accents in the carpet and a blue bed to match. You'll need a door, some steps, and fencing if you want to be more secure. We're going to build a nice solid wood foundation, and then we're going to overlap that with brick so it has a nice accent to the wood. Also, the brick will prevent any pesky wolves from blowing your house over. I'm choosing a random amount of blocks for the length and the width of this house, but if you want a specific style, you can choose whatever you want. Typically, I'll go with an odd number of blocks on one side, that way you don't have to have 3 doors to keep it symmetrical. Or you can have a square-shaped house. Whatever you want, really, it's up to you. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm in creative mode, which means I can search my inventory for an unlimited amount of anything in the game. If you're in survival mode, it will be much harder to find this stuff, and you'll probably have to settle for wood for the flooring or normal wool if you can't take the wood. Also here you'll notice me grabbing some torches because in survival mode, you will want to have your place well lit from the outside and the inside. If you light it from the outside, you'll be able to find it easier at night when you're out exploring or whatever. And then you'll want torches on the inside so you can see things and to keep skeletons and other creatures from spawning in your house at nighttime. I find it easiest to build the house one layer at a time, so I'll build the flooring completely before I start working on the next layers because it's easier to work with the same material at once. You'll notice here that I'm crouching by holding the shift button. This keeps you from falling off whenever you're building. It also has a variety of other features like preventing you from destroying your crops when walking over them, but I'll touch on that later. You can also double tap the spacebar to fly if you're in creative mode, but you won't be able to do this in survival mode. You'll notice here that I decided to build the brick layer as the 4th height layer of blocks. That way you'll have 3 layers inside the house. You only need 2 for your character to walk around, but the 3rd one gives you some extra headroom and doesn't make your house feel as cramped. It also makes it easier and looks better if you decide to expand to a 2nd floor later in the future, which can be easily done with the addition of steps if you continue to build vertically. Now you can see that the house looks pretty plain, it's just a square box, so we need to add some things to make it more accessible. Here you'll see me counting the blocks so I know where I need to put the stairs. You don't have to do this unless you have OCD like me and care about putting the stairs in the middle, but it takes me a while to count, so I'll eventually put the stairs here with the door in front of it. Here you'll notice that I'm placing some torches outside the door, that way it's easier to find at night so you know exactly where the entrance is. You can choose to put more doors in too if you want to access it easier from the back, if you have a mine shaft or something else that you need easy access to. Here you'll see me placing a bed in the house. This is important because you need it if you want to sleep at night to skip until the daytime if you don't use cheat commands, and it'll save your points, so if you die you can respawn here in the house without having to try to find it later on, which can be very difficult sometimes if you don't have a map or don't remember where you built it. I'm also grabbing a crafting table, which is used to make items throughout the game, chests, which are important to store extra items that you need, furnaces, which are important to cook food or smelt items like armor, weapons, and a variety of other things. These are all core important things that you should have in your house to play the game. You may notice that I like to grab all the items that I'll need to build the next step all at once because it saves a lot of time whenever you have everything on your hotbar and you can go out and just build without having to worry about opening your inventory over and over again. Here I'm beginning to build a fence, and I'm building it 4 blocks away from the house. That way I'll have a lot of space to add things like farm animals or whatever else I decide to add in the future. And I'm just going to build it around the house and make sure that I keep it the same amount of blocks from the wall, which is 4. As you can see, now that it's nighttime, it would be a good idea to add some torches. I'm a big fan of putting torches on the ends of the fences. It takes some precision to click right on top of it, but if you do it right, you can place a torch right on the end of the fence, which helps keep your whole house lit and the fence. And it'll keep monsters from spawning very close to your house. Creatures like creepers, which can blow up your house, won't be able to touch your house because of the fence around it, but they still may be able to blow up the fence and then get to the house, so you'll still have to watch out for that. Now you'll notice the house still looks very plain, and that's because it doesn't have a roof. A roof is a very important feature if you care about the aesthetics of your house because it makes it look way better than just having a square box. I usually use stairs to make the roof because it looks kind of like an angled roof, but there are other ways to do it using slabs and things if you like to do that instead. So here I'm building brick stairs around the perimeter, and then to increase the next layer I'll have to build brick behind that, and then I'll continue to build stairs on top of this new inside layer until I get to the top. Here we've reached the top, and you'll notice here I'm trying to place torches on top of the final part of the roof, which I won't let me because you can't place a torch on top of stairs. So I'm going to go around and place torches in the corners between the stairs on the edges. That way we have more lighting for the house. It doesn't look perfect, but it is hard to make angled shapes in Minecraft since everything is square, but I don't mind the look of this roof. And there you have it. We have built a very simple house that will keep you protected in Minecraft and keep monsters out. And you'll notice that we already have some wildlife, that duck that's moved in, and later on we can use that to make more animals which we can use for food. But I'll touch on that in the next episode. Here I'm just grabbing a dirt block to fill in that hole that I accidentally created, and then I'm going to do a quick run around the house just to give a view of what it looks like. And then we're going to be off to the next episode to create some farm equipment, automatic sugarcane farm, wheat farm, and an endless water source. Thanks for watching.